Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Today we will be talking about les articles définis. Les articles définis. In our previous lesson, we talked about les articles indéfinis. Les articles indéfinis. And we said there were three of them. Un, une, and des. Un, une, and des. In today's lesson, however, we will be talking about les articles définis. We had indéfini. Today, we're having défini. Two different things. There are four definite articles in French. They are le, la, l', and le. I repeat, le, la, l', and le. What do they mean? We have four French words that are equivalent to one English word, which is the. The house, the station, the train, the class, the student. In every case, we have one word, but in French, we have four different types. Le, la, l', et le. L'. It's like you want to say apostrophe, but you stop at the troph and then roll your R. L'. L'. So le, la, l', and le. Now, when do we use these? We say, if we have a masculine singular noun, we will say le. If we have a feminine singular noun, we will say la. If we had a noun, whether masculine or feminine, that started with a vowel or a silent H, then we would say l', a silent H. There are two types. We have a silent H in French, and we have an aspirate H. In French, we say un H muet, et un H aspiré. Un H aspiré. There is a difference, but we won't go into too much of that today. Our fourth or last case is le. Le. We use le for plural nouns, whether they are masculine or feminine. In as much as they're in a plural, we would say le. So now let's take a few examples. Let's have a look at le. Le garçon. Le garçon. Le bus. Le bus. Le magasin. Le magasin. Now, let's take a few examples of la. La fille. La fille. La classe. La classe. La population. La population. Now, let's take a few cases of l'. L'. L'animal. L'animal. L'enfant. L'enfant. L'orange. L'orange. L'hôpital. L'hôpital. And now our last group is the group with le. Now let's use some of the same nouns that we used before. We said garçon In the plural, we will now say les garçons. Les garçons. We said bus before. We said le bus before. Now in the plural, we're going to say les bus. Let's take one from the feminine side. We said la classe before. Now in the plural, we will say les classes. Let's take one from the nouns that start with a vowel. Nouns that start with a vowel, we said enfant before. Now we say les enfants. Les enfants. Now, there's something that happened there. Now, in French, when you have two words, one ending in a consonant and another beginning in a vowel, what you do is you join them. You join them to make a nice sound. It's all about the sound. In French, we say fais la liaison. Fais la liaison. Liaison is connecting words, consonant and vowels together. So instead of saying les oranges, French people will still understand what you mean, but it shows that you're a learner. So instead of saying les oranges, we say les oranges. Les oranges. Now, let's take a few examples. Now, you make the choice. We have this word, heure. Heure. Now, would it be le heure, la heure, or l'heure? If you said l'heure, you would be 100% correct. Let's take another case. Élève. Élève. Is it la élève, le élève, or l'élève? If you said l'élève, you would be correct. Let's take another example. Télévision. Is it la télévision, le télévision? If you said la télévision, you would be correct. This brings us to the end of today's lesson with les articles définis. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. Au revoir et à bientôt.